one civil rights issue that this country is facing right now. If you are dedicated to social justice, you have to get involved in education, because we are basically miseducating ourselves into third world conditions, and we are miseducating ourselves into spending, as we do now, 3 times as much money in incarceration as we do in education. And that's only going to get worse. When you have in Los Angeles 60% of Latino children dropping out of high school, when you have 56% of Latino children dropping out after the first year of college, that's our creme de la creme. They're not ready for prime time for many reasons: socio-economic, cultural, financial, but really mostly academic. So I'm telling you, that's what happened to me. I looked at the reality right in the face and I said, I've got to get involved. I can't just go to fundraisers, sign autographs, take pictures, and feel okay. It's too critical. Believe me, it's the elephant in the room, every room in this country, every classroom. So I said, what can I do to contribute? You've got to look into your souls as leaders, whether you're white, brown, black, Asian, Native American, you gotta, whatever, Eastern European, I don't care. You got to look into your soul and say, how can I contribute? And when I looked at myself, I said, the best way I can contribute is to give these kids communication skills. As an actor, that's what you work on. That's what makes you effective in the field. As it does to all of you. I would bet that if you look around, the successful people in your field, whatever it is, are the good communicators. That's what we got to teach our kids. That's what we have to develop in our kids. And I feel that theater, if you look on our website, eastlaclassic.org, you'll see that that's what we do. I took theater, I applied it to education, and said, through theater techniques, through disguised learning, through kinesthetic learning, because of most of our brown, our black, and our Native American kids are not conceptual learners. They are kinesthetic because of the social conditions they grew up in. So we have to adopt a different approach to the classroom. I mean, we have those issues in every diverse school district in this country. Every diverse school classroom in this country has that issue. Why can't the African Americans learn better in the classroom? When you sit them in a seat and you're still operating on a 19th century old formula on dynamics in the classroom, you're going to be in trouble. I'm in the process of writing a book called Stop Teaching, Start Playing. Because that's what we have to do. We have to engage these kids where they live. They love to play. They're incredibly good at playing. It's instinctual. But we're trying to force a particular process of education down their throat that is not effective. And we keep, and you know the definition of insanity is to repeat the same thing over again even if it's not working. And we keep doing that every day. We throw up our hands, we don't know what to do with English learners. We don't know what to do with African Americans. We just can't sit still. That's what you got to do. You got to engage them in a different way. You have to teach from the inside out, not the outside in. You can't be throwing textbooks at kids that aren't ready to receive them. You have to connect them to language, as we try to do through theater, where the language becomes personal. And they're expressing who they are, what their experiences have been. And all of a sudden, language becomes relevant. Communication becomes paramount. And they become learners. At first kinesthetic, and believe it or not, eventually conceptual, abstract learners. But it has to be done through a filter that is responsive to who they are and where they live.